Hello and welcome to Shittywebcomics Weekly, brought to you by our Subscribe Star backers. Donate to disable your visible Frankenstein controls, plus it supports us.
And switching off your visible and invisible Frankenstein controls.
So that's pretty good. Plus a bunch of videos on our Subscribe Star that have all the deep lore and secret knowledge that they don't want you to know about. All sorts of different theys, conflicting theys even, interestingly enough. That was just continuing.
That's how you know that we are the most pure. We're so pure. We're 1589.
We're the most pure and the most feared on all of YouTube and the entire internet, in the history of the entire internet, possibly in the history of the entire human race. It was just continuing though with the Smuggies kinds of comics. This one's a little interesting because not even because of what it's about, but here it's two guys talking. One guy just says, if you have such a problem with censorship, just create your own monopoly. And on the guy's arm, it says DE by Jim Bob. And it's like, oh no, is that the Jim Bob that was friends, just a complete piss drinker for Owen Benjamin? And then they turned against each other and now bitterly despise each other for the rest of their lives.
They turned against each other because Owen Benjamin doesn't believe in the Trinity, or
yeah, that was basically it. Yes, he was like the Trinity doesn't make sense, and all of these Christians just couldn't be like, okay, well, he's a Christian who says that the Trinity doesn't make sense, whatever. Instead, they're like, no, we have to explain to you. We have to have a debate about the Trinity, and Owen lost his shit, and all these other people lost their shit.
What the Trinity is. And it's like, man, how comfortable is your life that you get to LARP about this dumb bullshit? The Trinity, you don't understand how important it is.
Not even that they believe in it, but that they're willing to just get into bitter internet fights, especially where Owen, no one will go lower than Owen, where he'll fucking post pictures of Jim Bob's wife and say that she was a whore going to fucking porn conventions and shit like that.
Willing to end all friendships forever.
Yes.
109 friendships ended.
Yes, over this Trinity shit, which I find more interesting than this comic even. But also at the same time, it's like that. If you go to Milker Nation on YouTube, you can find lots and lots of just painfully long videos about Owen versus Jim Bob, which I actually listened to all of them too. So I have to admit,
while playing video games. Keep in mind also, you probably would have pissed off Owen Benjamin for him to have learned that you did this while playing video games.
Yes, exactly. That's even more enraging to him. I played video games while listening to him fighting with Jim Bob.
Because he, of all people, will tell you that instead of playing video games, you should be taking care of your white family, which we all know, everyone of the younger and older generations even definitely have white families. There's certainly nothing wrong going on with marriage, the concept of marriage or divorce right now. You're just a bitter incel, lonely loser.
It's impossible to not be in a loving marriage. If you just get married, you'll inherently be in a loving marriage, have children, and nothing will ever happen. Your kids can't be taken away from you, and your marriage can't end in any negative way. Aside from, till death do it says till death do us part, after all. That's the only way to end marriage. It's impossible to do it otherwise. Anyway.
And you can even feed your kids turpentine.
That fucking doing shots of terp. Hitting the shots of terp. Supposedly, Owen was the only one doing shots of terp. And he was doing it to kill miniature Jews inside of his stomach.
The Jewish parasites living inside of his intestines.
I have to admit, that is at least more entertaining than most of the people who actually hate Owen Benjamin. And I don't like him at all either.
But it's more entertaining than anything that any of the Gunt crew have ever said or done, ever.
It is the nature of the lolcow, is they are supposed to be funny, at least. But anyways, that's worth worth a whole video right there. That's worth this video. Good video as usual. So if you want to see the
another.
more in-depth stuff, go to our Subscribe Star, donate, become PayPig, flash the BIOS on your Frankenstein kitchen, as you put it last time.
Pig bowl.
And for everyone else, of course, should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.